Hi, Aries. How are you? Woo, there it is. Last card. The cards have been flipping out. I was cleaning. My guys are saying cleaning. Clearing the decks, shuffling, etc. Done a lot of readings in the last couple days. So, Aries, we're going to jump right in. Beautiful, beautiful message coming out for you this month. Just a reminder, there is still the possibility for you to come and get a reading here at Moonrise Cottage. My guides really want everyone to come streaming in. This is your moment. It's an important moment. So I have slashed the price down to $25. The link's below. Right? There are links below so that you could make a donation to my channel if you wish, which would be highly appreciated. There is a link, a couple of links to my website for readings. Oh, my guys are saying information. They're talking about go to the website. One of the things, most importantly, that is below is a link to the live group that's happening weekly. There's a group of us. It's growing, and we are meeting all together as a group live every weekend from now until just after the eclipse in July. So the cost for that is $11.11. We are literally in the process of weaving the tapestry. So we've been drawing a lot of energy into the group. It's lovely. In preparation for that, or as the weeks go on, there are links below for the meditation pathway that will help tune yourself to the vibrational energy that we're using, something called Nada Yoga. So I think one of the group participants found a lovely video. I'm going to put the link below also so that you can learn about what is that, what does it mean. Okay? All right, kids. My guys are saying, all right, kids, let's jump right into it. Aries, a beautiful, beautiful notation. So what my guides are talking about, it's been coming, there are two things that have been coming through loud and clear, the guides are saying, in everybody's reading. This is one of them. Depending on your stripe, my guides are talking about the meaning. There's a global meaning for the readings in this moment because we have the full moon coming in just a couple days. We have the north node is shifting into Gemini, south node shifting into Sagittarius, away from the Cancer, Capricorn. My guides are calling it guidance that we've had for 18 months. So now, when we're nearly halfway through the year, we still have Pluto doing its work in Capricorn. We have the Earth signs very active. Taurus is hosting Uranus. And Virgo stands in between, and Virgo's job is to polish the energy and hand it off to Capricorn. So I'm not sure why my guides are talking about that, but they just want you to know. You stand, Aries, in the midst of all of this, also affecting what happens here on the earth, but you as well have a new journey. There's a blank shield. This shield is a portal, so there are messages coming through about the way you travel now, the places you're going to be going, the mystical nature of your journey from this point forward. In the ancient days, warriors would paint on their shield their own story, their mystical story, things about their family heritage, their lineage, their future goals, things like that. So while you're on lockdown for a couple more weeks, maybe most of us, hopefully, do an art project. Make yourself a shield, draw it on a piece of paper, get some cardboard, something, okay? And decorate it up so that all of your dreams and your hopes and your desires for the future are with you now. Because you are, that's from the Animal Medicine card deck, and this is from the Journey of Love. Aries, look at you. Absolutely. I'm an Aries rising. This is exactly how I feel. Right? I feel myself literally pulled into the vibration of the sacred cosmic all, and I'm riding the wave. And my life is changing every day. I feel different. I'm developing different habits that I haven't had consistently up till now. All of a sudden, like magic, my whole being, the things that I want in my day-to-day existence has changed, which means my daily routine has changed. So as you're riding, pardon me, my guides just bit my tongue. What they wanted me to say was, as you're rising up to meet the wave, the swell of the energy that's coming forward, understand that you're going to be aligned with all the fire energy that's going on and the way the universe is shifting. So you're going to feel, they're talking about surfboards and things. Hang on one second. Let me see what they're trying to say. Yeah, they're talking about a wellspring and the way the water rises up. So for you, Aries, it's going to be your radiant energy that's going to be rising up, not just to meet you, but to carry you forward in this kind of a cosmic, really beautiful, my guides are saying the word psychic. So I think you can expect, because we're all shifting and the North Node is moving into an air sign, those capacities for all of us are going to increase. So if you don't find yourself to be psychic in this moment, understand that that is one of the capacities that will be available to you now, because we are moving into the air element, the brilliance of Gemini. And I'm recommending everybody go look at the Gemini reading if you have not seen it, if you don't have any Gemini in your chart. That is a marker, my guides are saying, to help everyone understand the nature of Gemini, the sacred energy, the sacred vibration that you will be responding to. Okay, now they're saying yes. That's what they're trying to prompt me to say. You will be responding. Of course, we all will. So pay attention to how it's affecting you, obviously. So in light of those words, we have this notion of the giveaway, the sacred giveaway. Look at that. Okay. So see this person giving what they have to offer into the air element, basically. And of course, what that's about is not the stuff you don't want anymore. It's about the things that are truly you, that cause you to be who you are. And to give that into the collective now. Your love, your passion, your fire, your ability and desire to move forward in a way that is powerful and undeniable. And you've got Chiron in your sign. So there's a lot of tenderness with this, right? When you send your love into the universe, back out into the collective that's here in this place. It's quite lovely. And it's interesting, when you see the reading come out, given those notations, this idea of ride the wave. Here's the first stop. My guys are being cheeky. They're saying things like the first bus stop for you when you're riding the wave. Look, Aries, fantabulous. That's a devil card. That's the theme of the reading. You are going to be in a process, and I do find it to be very true for me. When challenges come up, as you go through this next year, really I think it's going to be 18 months with the nodes having shifted, and now in your season, you, Aries, are going to be releasing your fears. So give them away in a way that's sacred. Bless them. Send them off. You don't need them anymore. You are no longer going to be chained because you're riding the cosmic wave. So in some sense, what you give away is the blessing that has come to you to help you shift and change. So bless it, let it go, turn it to love energy, white energy, and send it off. So there we see the great earth god. Okay, that's why they were talking about Taurus. Paying attention, they're saying paying attention to where all the energy rests in these days. So we have Uranus on the earth through Taurus. It's going to affect you as a fire sign right here where you live. This is the great god of the Celtic peoples, the Druidic peoples, and he was an antlered god. That's where the notion of the devil came from. As Christianity moved across the world, right? What's more correct to say is that this god was demonized because of the antlers. Okay, so he was an antlered god, kind of a stag king. So there we see the snake shedding its skin and a piece of human jewelry. All that blue coloration is sitting in the place where transformation happens, while the soul that is chained, so to speak, to the devil, it's your fears that you're chained to. And so one by one, the soul above takes up the work, collects up the fears, and one by one faces them and releases them. See the triple spiral? Look at that. It's time to speak your truth and to be with your fears as a sacred accompaniment so that you can let them go and turn them into a blessing and kiss them goodbye. Under all of the light of all those things, this is you. Look at that. That's the transformation that's taking place. And we have 2 major arcana cards opening the reading. So the devil in this deck is the challenger of will. That's what's going to be challenged as you go through certainly the month, but definitely while, okay, my guide, so they're talking about this as a foundation reading for the days when we have Gemini and Sagittarius in the nodes. Look at that. The shaper of growth. That's the Empress. Revealing herself as the all-feminine, right? The great goddess, the mother goddess, that shepherds souls across to their next incarnation and brings with them, ensuring that they have all the bounty that they need for their growth. So you have the ability, once you take up this journey and you release your fears, give them away in a very sacred way, ride the wave, and be the blank shield. Write your story, Aries, because you can manifest pretty much whatever you want. Because we all know the Empress sits in her place. She is fertile. She is pregnant. And she is just manifesting because she exists. I love that for you, Aries. It's fantastic. So, under the light of these ideas, what is going to be occurring, what you're going to experience, and somewhat the words I was saying, my guides, they're referencing the words I was saying, meaning the way my life has changed, how I have changed. I didn't intend to be here. I left Moonrise Cottage. I was going to be gone for a year or more, was my thought. And I got sent home because of this crisis. I had to come home in order to be safe. And I'm rolling with it. I don't have any disappointment, to tell you the truth. I'm very happy at the moment. And life is coming forward in a way that feels like that idea of riding the wave. And I feel very settled in my place in a way that I haven't yet. So it's interesting the way this is shoring up. A new foundation, a sacred foundation with the ancient ones, ancient wisdom, the guides, all those things. Way out in the universe is where you're standing completely in line with your vibrational essence, the sacred part of you. A fertile moment twice in a row. Look at that. Here on the earth, see the fronds? Standing here on the earth, able to manifest your dreams, your desires as a sacred vibrational being. Both halves of you. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful Aries. Look at that. All right. So we have, under the light of this message, 2 foundation cards. Let me hold it up for you. The foundation of knowledge and the foundation of art. So the foundation of knowledge, earthly concerns, your life as a mystical being here in this place now that you've incarnated into. And then followed by that, another sacred foundation, really in touch with the universe. Your male and female really lining up. It's fantastic to see. The foundation of art is 6 of Cups. That's 6 of Pentacles. So you reach out, you seek balance, you ask for assistance from the guides. You're definitely getting it. And then you go deep through your heart chakra. Very deep. That's the wave you're riding. The wave of love energy. And you have a radiant form of love energy because of your notation. Okay, my guides are talking about physics again. They're talking about quantum physics and your strings of energy. It's quite lovely. Do you see how you're again, resting on a bed of fronds here on the earth, and yet you are literally connected. You are traveling out. So when you do your meditation and your prayer, or if you take a walk in nature in a solitary way, you're going to literally be able to have visions. If you have not reached that capacity in your life yet, understand that that's what's coming forward for you. It's quite lovely. And because of that, because of this very solid new foundation, both the masculine and the feminine within you. Okay, my guys are talking about the notations. So they're turning their conversations, as you've probably noticed in the last month or two, about, the chrysalis, and now we see the whale. It's about what's coming up. The soul retrieval that, opens the way a chrysalis opens, the way whale medicine rises to the surface. That's about what's encoded in your DNA, and we're seeing this story right now. So this is the Eight of Wands. Elopement of knowledge. Pardon me, Eight of Pentacles, I'm sorry. Elopement of knowledge. You're going to be working really hard to acquire mastery of this new skill set that's coming to you, or the shift, kind of, again, the reference that's coming through from my guides, and I try not to go there, but they're talking about it. The kind of shift that I'm making in my life. I've had some significant stressors of late, and yet I'm just rolling with it. Oh, I can't remember what they're saying. I'm not having an Aries hissy. I'm just kind of going, well, okay. I'm going to take one little piece of this at a time. I'm going to pull this knot apart, like when I had to hook up the plumbing. I still don't have hot water in my house because there's something wrong with the system. There are leaks and, So what's been happening is I'm going back to basics. I'm going back to the way I used to live when I first started building this place, very close to the earth, with the fire in my mind and in my heart of creation. That's what my guides are talking about. So I'm living very simply. I have the capacity to make hot water because thankfully I have a stove and I can make fire. They're saying I can make fire and heat the water, and I've got food, and I have a car. I'm safe. I'm warm. Life is good. But it's causing me to slow down while the energy is moving me forward into the knowledge that I'm meant to take up because of that. Because I am on that new foundation. Very clearly, I created it for myself when I went on my sacred journey. So Aries, it's just globally true for the Aries people. This is what my guides are talking about. So I think when this moment comes, it's about the knowledge kind of running away with you, sudden awakening, something that is revealed to you because you're working on mastering yourself and your energy. You're going to have a moment, and it's going to be very, very, I think, very profound. So first, let go of your fears and the part of you that's resisting going forward. I went through that for a period of my life. People come for readings and they say, well, I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I'm feeling confounded, or I'm feeling stalled, etc. Those are your fears speaking to you. The truth is that we all know deep on the inside. And for the Aries people, there's something that you're going to experience in terms of the knowledge you're gaining, because my guides are saying your sister, and they want you to understand the relative point I'm trying to make. They're talking about Uranus in Taurus, another sign with a lot of strength and a certain kind of stubbornness, a little bit different shade of stubbornness than an Aries has, but nonetheless, there's going to come a moment of awakening. You are not anticipating it. You are not trying to make it happen. The universe has arranged it for you because it is your destiny. So sometime over the next 18 months, but that process is initiated now in May. And this is the energy, the energetic signature, my guides are saying, of the storyline. It sits on the table like this, next to this. So while you're manifesting your dreams and releasing your fears, a new journey begins. And okay, you're being called home, just like I was. I was called home because there's new teaching that's meant to happen. You see destiny turning? There's the teacher, the dialogue of knowledge. The Two of Pentacles. Balance. Coming into a form of balance that allows you to take up your, take up your ability and your desire and your destiny as a sacred student. That's what this is about. So these foundation cards are about learning, getting help from the guides in some way. This one is about going into the deep in order to go across and get some visions and collect some messages and then be able to sit down and discuss them with the master. And when you do that, this is what's going to happen. At some point, there's going to be a gradual taking up over the course of the next 18 months, but this thing is about rapid, sudden, shocking, unanticipated, sometimes undesired shift and change and knowledge. And in that moment, you gain mastery because of the knowledge that's been revealed to you because you've been working towards it. So then, of course, when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. So there you go. Destiny's turning. You're being called home into your energy in order to take this next part of your learning up. And you may feel unworthy and you may feel, okay, my guys just said unwelcome. You may feel unwelcomed. Maybe there's some of you out there that are on a pathway that you're feeling some resistance coming from the people around you. Don't worry about it, Aries. Don't give it any of your resistance. Just bless that and give it away. Give it into the light. Because you're definitely going. And you might literally find someone significant in your life who helps you take your journey and overcome your fears, which is what he had to do. All right? So he felt unworthy, unready, unsure, frightened, like really nervous, but he had to go sit on the chair. His father, he was in a lineage. His dad passed away. He had to go home and sit in the chair and take up his place now. Okay, my guys are talking about Whale Rider. If you've not seen the movie Whale Rider, go and watch it, please. It's referenced into this message. So he disguised himself because he didn't feel ready and he was frightened. And eventually, after some time with this person who just wanted to come and have a dialogue about sacred knowledge, eventually he said, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not ready. I'm not worthy. And basically, the story goes, he asked to step off the chair and become the initiate of this wisdom holder. And the wisdom holder said, sure. Went and sat in the chair, took up the scepter, and said, okay, my first decree is that you're sitting in the chair, so get back up here. My guy just said, sit your butt in the chair and stop worrying about it. Because you don't have to know everything there is to know all in one moment. All you have to know is this moment. Take that step. And then the next step will reveal itself, and the knowledge will be revealed. And you're going to come to mastery. So this is the soul level in my readings. Right? We've talked about your human walk, what you're going to likely experience, how you're going to feel. Now we're talking about the way those, okay, my guys are talking about the way you ramble, the way those ramblings through your life are connected to what your soul is doing, which is why they're happening. Look at that, another major arcana card. Look, the spinner of growth. So first, we have you standing in your life like this as the sacred feminine manifestation point. And then on the soul level, we see you are the dreamer of growth. This is the shaper of growth. This one. Okay? So the full name of the card, let me get my fingers out of the way, is the shaper of growth. And that's the spinner of growth. So there's a new cycle coming. So my guys are chatting about. They're talking about, yes, that's the primary message that they want to get across. And the purpose of it is that. And there you are, standing in the temple. Beautiful. More knowledge, sacred knowledge. Three of Pentacles, celebration, and a courtship. A sacred courtship with, okay, my guys are they're using all kinds of different words. So they're talking about the depth of the universe. They've been talking this month about the galactic center, things like that. Like with the shift we're taking, because we're moving into Gemini in the North Node, we really are going to travel deep into the sacred mind of the universe. So in traditional tarot, we see a young man standing on a bench in a temple. The guides come. The benefactors come. They look at the plans together. How's it going? Do you need anything? Is there something we can do for you? What is it that you have to tell us? That's what courtship means. Give and take. Sharing energy, sharing information. So I love that that's coming out that way. And look. So my guys are saying roll it back. So rolling it back means reminding everybody that we're talking about your soul cycle. Because this North Node and South Node shift is so deep and so meaningful, impactful is the word they're using. Aries, you're finishing a cycle as well. Many of us are. And you're stepping onto a new pathway very, very, very clearly. So step one is release your fears and therefore release yourself. Give it away. Okay? Bless it and give it away. Because the last card on the soul level, look at you. Kundalini awakening. You see the triple spiral at the crown chakra and the energy that's emanating from you, the kind of radiant energy that you carry within you, is reaching a new level of attunement. So my guys are talking about the group that's weaving the tapestry. So if you're out there and you're feeling this and you want to utilize it and allow it to grow and shift and change along with it, come and join the group that meets on Sundays at 1 o'clock every week for the next 10 weeks. Okay? You're going to perfect your energy. This is the last card in the deck. It's the World card. And we started the soul line with the spinner of growth, the Wheel of Fortune. And the way the wheel is turning is toward the sacred. And you're going to have a new courtship. You're going to start a new courtship with the divine. And it's going to cause you to reach this destination. You are finishing not just a cycle, a circuit of the tripartite soul. And your soul is made free because you have reached the zenith for these moments. And then you step onto your new path. So it's definitely over the course of a year because it's the World card. Those are the petals of wisdom you're going to pick up as the year goes on. And the sacred swastika is about the turning of beneficial energy. It's a sacred symbol. It's been around for many thousands of years. It's not something unpleasant. It's just it's still captured into our mind as the trauma of the genocide that happened during World War II. The Nazis took the symbol. If you really look at it, look it up online. They took the symbol and they disordered it. And it has this symbol, one of the things it's related to is an ancient Aryan race. So there are things you could go, rabbit holes you could go down if you really want to look. But it's basically beneficial energy. The turning, the spinning, like the spinner of growth. The energy, the vibration, out, the way you are connected with the galactic center. Okay, hang on. Literally spinning now, like the galaxies spin out in space. That's where your soul circuit is taking you. And then I believe you're finishing that circuit and you're moving on because you have this notion of massive shift and change by virtue of letting go of your fears. And then the outcome is that. Whoops, sorry. Look at that. Okay, so that is the Hierophant, the rememberer of sacred lore. So if you track through the message, in a certain way, it's very straightforward. It's very simple. So this energy, hang on one sec. This energy, do you see how we're talking about vibration again? Allow yourself, Aries, to be humble and be a student of the energy. And allow yourself to ride the cosmic wave. The wave is coming, right? My guys are talking about the tsunami and things like that. It's coming. It's coming for you, Aries. So do not fear it. Do not doubt it, because I have no doubt because I'm already experiencing it. So we have very finely tuned. The word most people would use is high. I don't particularly like that word, but powerful vibration of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine. Look at that. The Empress, not just the High Priestess, my guys just said the literal Empress. Okay? And the outcome. So that's you as you go through. That's you as you go through your journey. And this is you at the outcome moment, the High Priest. So, let's see if I can hold this up. So, there you go. That's you on your journey. This is you, the prophecy about you at the end of your journey. Astounding. It's fantastic. So I'm going to pick from the bag of runes for you guys and gals, and we'll see what the guides have for you from the Norse pantheon, the oracle. Spirit, what is it? Oh, please, that we could know about beautiful Aries. This amazing journey. Prophecy, they're saying prophecy. Yeah, destiny coming forward. Very clearly, they're still talking about the cards. Very clearly, destiny coming forward. We're talking about the way the galaxies spin. That's the place you're going to awaken into, I believe, is the galactic, the knowledge from the galactic center. Wow. Well, look at your astrology, okay? Make sure. Okay, Spirit. I want this one. Yeah. I did a reading just before I sat for this video, and literally this topic came up. That's the rune for flow. It's all about the way beings flow into their next iteration, my guides are saying. So let's look at that. I'm going to read it to you from the book because I don't want that message to be diluted in any way. All right, so flow is the rune Laguz. It's about flow, and it's about water, and it's about that which conducts, which your radiant energy definitely does. Okay? So unseen powers are active here. Powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of your emotions, careers, relationships. Laguz encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs and to the awakening of the intuitive or lunar side of your nature. Thank you, Spirit. For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon drives us towards union and merging. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, revaluing, reorganizing, realigning. A rune of deep knowing, it may call you to study spiritual matters and readiness for self-transformation. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning to your own rhythms. A rune of the self, relating rightly to the self. In these ways. It signifies what alchemists call conjunctio, or sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it's the end of the story where the hero and the heroine live happily ever after. So I love this, and I want to just thank my spirit guides because they always amaze me how they pull the story out. So here's, they want me to show you. I think I already did it, but this is the place you're flowing into, just in case you have any doubt at this point, right? That's where you're starting. That's where you're going. You see the difference in the energy? It's fantastic. Expect a little bit of potential shock and awe in a positive way when suddenly you realize something about yourself and you come into mastery of the radiant energy that's encoded within you. And you feel that streaming forward in a Uranus style, my guides are saying a Uranus style awakening, just sort of like a big bang moment. That's why I'm seeing visions of the galaxy spinning. They want you to go to YouTube and just watch some videos about the Hubble telescope and just watch the galaxy spin. Listen to some Tibetan chanting. That's what's been happening here. I'm kind of busy on a day-to-day basis, but it's been very quiet, and all I want to do is listen to sacred music and listening to the monks chant, because that's how I feel on the inside. While I'm cooking and cleaning the house and doing readings and errands and things like that. So, beautiful Aries, thanks for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I'm looking very much forward to spending some more time with you soon. And there'll be some more news coming out of Moonrise Cottage. But have a lovely month. And don't forget to come for your reading. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do it at that price. So I'd like everybody, my guides are saying, they want everybody to get in the door. Okay? Thanks a lot, Aries. I really appreciate it. Hugs and kisses. I'll see you soon.